Governments, international institutions, and you all should not shy away from proclaiming the importance of avoiding drugs. A for abstinence.
If you came to me and said, "But Andrew, it's time you got abstinent," I would have been out the door like a shot.
It's putting the horse before the carriage.
This focus on abstinence, it just only leads to hypocrisy and failures.
That is unconscionable. That medical and social work professionals say get out of sight until you clean up.
The HIV/AIDS campaign is based on the ABC principle, where A stands for abstinence. Well, I urge you all to do the same in drug-related health programs and adopt a set of principles that may stretch from A to Z, whatever is in mind you have, assigning, however, the same meaning to A. In other words, governments, international institutions, and you all should not shy away from proclaiming the importance of avoiding drugs. A for abstinence. Period. I urge the leaders of harm reduction movement to join in this call for enhanced prevention and treatment so that we can show the world how balanced we are in our programs.
It's very naive. Like when I walked into a drug agency for the first time in my life, requiring help, if you came to me and said, "But Andrew, it's time you got abstinent," I would have been out the door like a shot. Well, maybe Mr. DaCosta, he may be the head of the UNODC, but he's never been an experienced drugs worker as far as we know, right?
It's putting the horse before the carriage. You know, if you have a person who's hungry and dirty and hasn't had a place to sleep and he's using drugs, and then you say, "I want you to give up the one thing you still have, and then maybe I'll help you, or I'll help you," and then the help isn't that appealing, you know, the way it's structured now. You're just not going to get that many people in. I like the policy of giving a person help first. And then when he's feeling a little better, maybe he's clean, he's had a rest, he's had a meal, then he can feel a little bit better about himself, and we can make more progress on whatever drug problem he's having.
It's the same with the HIV epidemic. This focus on abstinence, it just only leads to hypocrisy and failures, and you know, a failure to recognize the lives that real people live in all of their diversity. And I don't think there should be one approach to anything. I think there should be a range depending on what people say that they need. And that's the problem. They're not listening to what people are saying that they want and need. And who is he to dictate policies that are implemented in other countries? But in his position, he has a huge amount of influence, and he's backed by a lot of money and powerful governments. And so those kinds of things are essentially going to affect the lives of individuals around the world, and I think it's unfair.
While tobacco smokers are ostracized, those who do not take drugs are marginalized and often made fun of, those who do not take drugs. What about standing by their side? What about proclaiming loud and clear the virtue of drug abstinence?
I just finished research across Canada in medium-sized cities. I had a funding, and last summer I spent a month traveling from coast to coast. And in city after city, the issue was we want treatment, we want services, we want mental health help, we want care, but no one will see us because we're stigmatized, we're drug users, and they reject us. That is an unpardonable thing too. That is unconscionable. That medical and social work professionals say get out of sight until you clean up.
I think I can illustrate the problem of absolutism with regard to abstention, which is what we're talking about. You abstain or else, and that's the only thing we'll accept. Total abstinence. If we had taken that back in the 70s, if we'd taken that route where world population was concerned, we wouldn't have made any progress. And we're not making any progress now, and we'll never make any progress as long as we have absolutists in charge of and dominating, and the programs, and blocking people who have less absolute positions.
And dominating the discourse as well. I want to make one thing clear about the stand of harm reductionists on abstinence. We accept it really clearly if it's the person's choice. In fact, there are many times when we encourage it, but we do not force it. That's the whole thing. We leave it to the person who is an adult, usually, to make a choice and help that person with the information and support to make the best choice possible.
You know, sure, abstinence is a great thing. I wanted it with all my heart and soul. Let me be really clear about that. On camera, I would be much happier if my daughter never, ever becomes a drug addict. Who would want their child to be a drug addict, right? But if she is interested in drugs when she becomes older, then let her at least be in a safe place where she knows what she's doing, she knows what she gets, you know, that the quantity and the quality is known so that she's not going to harm herself or kill herself, which is the current situation.